Hey, Carl, thanks a lot for joining us. Welcome to the Founder Bounty podcast. If you guys enjoy this, make sure to like and subscribe. Carl, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me on. I'm super excited. And I saw the article we did some time back, and I'm happy to be here to bring more information about me if you have any questions.
Absolutely. Well, it's always a pleasure, especially with the crypto bull run going on now. A lot of people interested in the space. And the first thing I'd like to do, is ask every entrepreneur we speak to is, what do you think makes a good entrepreneur?
A good entrepreneur becomes successful from never failing the vision, I think, because I think many people start. Actually, most people don't even start, right? Like 90% of everyone, they never even lift a finger. So they're out of the picture. Out of the people that start, I still think that many of them fail. Usually, they fail because of outside circumstances. Could be obstacles, could be financial troubles, could be change in trends and change in whatever, like things that seem to be out of our control. But a great entrepreneur doesn't have the answers when they start, but they learn as they go, and they don't give up when things happen to them. So if competition comes out or narratives change, like, you have to adapt. As an entrepreneur, you have to change, you have to evolve. And being an entrepreneur is not something we are day one. It's like going to school, but it's the school of life. And you cannot learn everything day one. It takes time to be an entrepreneur, and this is something I understood quite late in my entrepreneurial journey. That just because I call myself an entrepreneur doesn't mean that I'm an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. I learned that I become an entrepreneur by going through the trials and tribulations and the ups and the downs, and the experience is what makes us entrepreneurs in the end. But keeping the vision and never giving up, because things will happen to us as entrepreneurs, and we have to just believe in ourselves and believe in the vision and keep pushing and have the dedication to move forward and inspire our coworkers and partners and employees to stick with us through the ups and the downs, because there will be ups and there will be downs. And as great entrepreneurs, we shouldn't let the downs let us fail.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we hear across the board. And we totally agree. It's about that self-determination, pushing forward, no matter what kind of the world brings up in front of you, just to keep going and be rigorous at that. So I think that's a really great point. A lot of our kind of viewers would love to understand a little bit about your background, how you ventured to where you are, and it would be interesting just to give a little bit of update to our viewers about your story, really.
Sure. So it was at the end of 2018. That's when I quit my day job, my grocery store job. I had worked there for 3 years then. It was a normal grocery store. I was a cashier and doing some cleaning and stuff, like really, classic 9 to 5. The last year in the grocery store, I had already decided, like, I'm gonna change my life. I'm gonna become successful. I'm gonna do something extraordinary with my life. That was like my vision and my idea. So I started to research online. I found crypto. I found the idea of doing YouTube and doing social media. So I started by learning about crypto and teaching about crypto, because I was learning so fast that I wanted to also teach it through YouTube and Twitter. Grew a huge following quite fast, because I was one of the very few that were doing that anyways. And then people seemed to like what I was talking about. So I got a big following, became one of the biggest, largest followed people in crypto, which gave me a lot of attention, and gave me a lot of partnerships, a lot of connections. And, crypto is a small industry. So being someone with a following in crypto, you get to know everyone in crypto. So that was a huge privilege for me, and I learned a lot. And I later went on to become a big investor because I started to invest in projects, in companies. I also invested in my own companies. I went on and founded cryptojobs.com, which is now the largest crypto job board in the crypto space, where people can they can apply for jobs, and if you are a crypto company, you can list your jobs there. We also have uh, capabilities to help people set up in Dubai, because that's where I'm based now. I love Dubai, and I want everyone to go to Dubai. And if anyone needs help with that, we help out through cryptojobs.com. But yeah, on the investment side, I'm a very aggressive investor. I've invested in more than 400 crypto companies, tokens, and equity deals. And yeah, I'm excited for the future. I have a lot of money on the table basically for crypto, so like if crypto does well in the next 10 years, I'm going to do very well financially. And I but for crypto, like, I feel like I made enough money now that I kind of lost the interest in like necessarily being in it for the money. Now it's more like I want to build products that people love to use, like cryptojobs.com. Like, I don't expect that to be worth $5 billion, like I just expect cryptojobs.com to help companies hire talent, and for talent to go to a credible place where they can find good jobs, and help people to set up in Dubai and do headhunting, recruitment, just be part of the industry on the front lines, because I've invested in so many companies that I know that there's no good place, for people to hire, and there's no good job board, there's no like number one place for that. So I wanted to create that, and then just invest in founders, invest in people that I believe in, and everyone says that crypto is the future, but someone has to be there and actually build crypto today for it to actually become the future. So I want to build, and I want to invest in people that build. So I'm part of the future, not just witnessing it,
Absolutely. No, that's a very good point, and very interesting. And that journey will obviously inspire a lot of young entrepreneurs out there. But I wanted to kind of switch the conversation a little bit about to the crypto market as a whole, maybe, and where you think it's going. In the next 5 or 10 years. There's a lot of Bitcoin ETFs that are set to be approved, but where do you think we're gonna go in the next 5 years?
So if we go back like 4 or 5 years ago, when I was making YouTube videos about crypto and Bitcoin was down at $3,000, I told my audience, buy as much Bitcoin as you possibly can, because this thing is going to fly. As soon as we break above 20K, it's going to go straight up towards $100,000. And then it's going to be too late. Like, you need to buy now. Many of my audience did buy, and they to this day, they thank me a lot, because of course today Bitcoin is worth tens of thousands of dollars. And back then, many people didn't believe me. Like, I was working in a grocery store as well during that time. And my coworkers, they said I was crazy. Like, Bitcoin is 3,000. It could go down to $100 again. Like, it's too risky. But I told them, no. This is the future. It's the best form of money in the world. It's the most scarcest form of money we've ever seen before. The most divisible form of money. The safest form of money. Like, I can name so many things for people to make them understand that this is the best investment opportunity of your lifetime. But most people didn't. But now people think, well, now Bitcoin is tens of thousands of dollars. Is it too late? And the answer is definitely no, it's not too late. I think Bitcoin, as soon as Bitcoin breaks above $100,000, which is going to happen quite soon, I would expect that to happen within the next 2 years. During that time, it's going to happen. And then when we break 100,000, Bitcoin can very, very quickly go up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I think within the next 5 years, Bitcoin could very, very easily go up to $1 million to even $5-6 million. And people will call me crazy now, just like they called me crazy when Bitcoin was at $3,000, or they called my friend Da Vinci crazy when he bought Bitcoin at $1. So no, I'm not crazy. I'm just researching the future, and I see the future. And just like someone like Jeff Bezos or who else was back in the .com era. They saw the future. Many people told them that they're crazy, like the internet is just a fad. But they believed in the vision that they were building. They also believed in the underlying technology, which was internet back then. But today it's crypto and Bitcoin. And I'm super confident. And I'm not gonna compare myself with Jeff. That's not the point. But the point is that there are always people that can see future before it happens, and everyone in crypto, those are those people. Like people that believe in Bitcoin. They know something that the mainstream hasn't had the opportunity to research yet, and that's why I want to make videos and tweets about it, because I want people to understand what I understand. Like see what I see, and then they can make a lot of money from it, because Bitcoin will be worth a lot in the future.
Okay, great. No, very interesting. In terms of your investments, over the past few years investing in early stage founders, I guess our audience would love to hear, what you're looking at, what you think could work in the next few years. Which one of your kind of investments have done well? We know you're involved in multiple things, which is very cool as well.
Yeah, definitely. So what I've invested very heavily in the past 2 years now is crypto gaming, actually. Nowadays, I see many people talking about it. I see many of the big YouTubers. You see Alex Becker, Elliot Trades, everyone is talking about it. And I've been investing in it for a long time. And especially now in the past, let's say very aggressively in the past few months even. But one of the games that I'm very excited about is Medieval Empires. It's a crypto game. And I'm a big investor there. I was part of it in the beginning as well, to create a vision for it. And essentially, the reason why I'm excited for Medieval Empires, but crypto gaming in general, is because I think crypto gaming is going to bring the mainstream into crypto, because it's so easy for mainstream people to understand gaming. Because when I'm gonna explain Polygon or Solana to a mainstream person, like it's not going to be very easy, because first of all I have to understand it fully myself, which I'm not going to completely I cannot admit that I understand everything, because imagine hundreds of projects, like you have to really understand these things to explain them, right? And then explain to a mainstream person blockchain, block rewards, and proof of stake, like they zone out. But gaming, it's so easy. Like in games, you have a sword, you have a town, you have an army. People can wrap their heads around it. And then there is a token. Then there is a crypto infrastructure behind it that is supporting, but it's not necessarily the front end. It's more like a supporting mechanism, which is a beautiful thing. And I think it's going to make it easier for the mainstream to come into crypto and tap into it, So that's why I'm a big investor in crypto games.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, no, there are definitely a lot of interesting things happening, and a lot of people happy with the price continually rising, and more believers in the space.